This is Capricorn's reading for December 15th. This is the first one of these that I'm doing, although I've gone through the entire zodiac in order today. And I'm using two different decks and even a couple of runes at the end. And I'm only taking the cards that jump out. And I always only read all of them in the upright position. There's no specific subject for this reading. I'm just going to see what the universe has to say. It might be love, career, finances, whatever it thinks that you need to hear. I realize that those little that I do can get annoying because I see things that you can't see yet. Okay, so the first card that came out, this looked really promising. I love this card in this deck. This is the Light Seers deck, and it's the Two of Cups. And it's about reciprocity, and in such a way that you can't tell where one begins and one ends. This is like unconditional love or friendship or support or partnership. And it's very uncalculated, which is nice. It's free flowing, and it can mean love. It can be a love partnership, but depending on all the other cards that are around, it's we'll see what it means. In this case, it's coupled with the Hermit, which is a solitary card. And so you might be going, well, how can I be in a partnership if I'm a hermit? I ask myself that question all the time. I love this depiction of the Hermit because it's not some old guy on top of the hill. It's like a state of mind. And she looks like she's in her jammies, and it's glowing and everything is lit up around her. It's like her inner light or her meditative state. Like she can pull herself into her inner self at any given time. And so I think this is, about not losing yourself in this. It's about finding this balance where you can rely on yourself, on your inner whatever you have to create this feeling. Now, I don't think that this feeling is without other people, because we also have the Ace of Discs, which is usually about business, and I like how it's depicted here with these little growing these little growing shoots and then the roots coming down. It's that first the first sign of something tangible. And so it can be a job opportunity. It can be something of a material nature. It's not usually love. And so when we see this together, this can be like a work partnership, probably more likely than a personal relationship. And then when we have the Hermit with that, it's kind of like you're not alone, but you're autonomous. Okay. And with that Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Six of Swords. And in this deck, swords are often depicted by these crows that are in the air. And in many decks, the Six of Swords has swords like poked straight into the wood of the boat, which you're thinking like, that doesn't look safe or reliable. But it is, as long as you keep the swords in the boat. If you pull them out, all the water's going to come in. And so it's about escaping certain difficulty, there's something kind of like holding on to something here, like having to rely on yourself, teaming up with somebody or something, maybe it's an organization, and the start of something new. And then this one feels kind of separate in that this is what you've been focused on, hoping this would arrive, and you've just sort of escaped something going the other direction, escaped certain death, kind of in a figurative sense. And you're moving forward. And I think that Two of Cups, that partnership feeling, is that wherever it is that you're sailing to, the people like you. And they like you as an individual. And this is nice. This is optimism. Okay, this is the Star. This is being grounded and connected to whatever's up there. And she's pretty comfortable and happy and in awe of what's going on. So there's something positive coming your way. I'm going to use the other deck here. At the bottom of the deck that's left over from the other reading is the Magician. Let's see what pops up. Capricorn. That's nice. Strength. Okay, strength is often depicted with a lion. It's almost like Beauty and the Beast in a way. There's that softness and then that ferocity all in one. There's strength in both of those. Okay, so we have that coming up. So yeah, I feel like you're moving into a more stable position. We have the King of Wands here, Flaming Heart. So there's also wisdom in this one. I think you've gotten to a point where whatever it is that you're doing, you actually know a thing or two. And you have the Seven of Water, which is the Seven of Cups. And I think in this case, I think there's more options available to you than you might realize. Okay, I just need another clarifier on that. Okay, Queen of Earth. So that is Capricorn energy. It's in a feminine sense. So it's being receptive, moving more from the divine masculine or the I would say the negative traits of the masculine energy into the traits of the feminine energy in the positive sense. And so even though this is your card, it represents you, any of the earth signs actually, it's kind of saying, I think you can relax a little bit and you don't need to be so grounded at this point because you're actually in that position where you can stop charging ahead and receive after all of your hard work. And that's been a theme that's been going on, I don't know, for the last month or so, of really shifting gears from that active masculine energy, yang energy, into that place of receptivity. And that's been for all the signs, but I think it's really strong for you. We've got Venus going retrograde in Capricorn, and those things around partnerships are really, really strong. I think you're going to get a lot of issues come up, not necessarily people from the past, but the issues that require closure for you in that regard. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of runes and we'll see how they, so far there's been no surprises with the runes. They are just corroborating the cards. Righto. So you are moving forward. That's it. The wheel is in motion. The wagon wheel is in motion. Well, this one hasn't come up yet today. So this is the, if you can see it properly. There we go. So they're not certain what that symbol is, other than it could be the little shaker that you put the dice in, like there's an element of it's in the hands of fate when that rune pops up. So I think with everything that's going on, there's that, because you've been going and pushing and pushing and pushing, you have to allow a little bit of elasticity in what it is that you want. You can't keep, if your thoughts and what you want are on this tight trajectory, it doesn't then allow for any deviation, which means the only option is that one option, which might take longer. And it also might not be as good as what the universe is giving you. So with that little cup, it's as if when you make this a little bit more fluid and a little more elastic, more things can be received. You have to be more receptive and less rigid to allow those things to come in to your sphere. All right. Well, I hope that made sense. I hope that's helpful. And please like and subscribe and share so that I can do more of these. Thank you.